You disrespected my views. You disrespected America's views. You disrespected everybody that is sick and damn tired of funding foreign wars while our border is being invaded. Guess what? There's some news this morning. Here's how bad it is. Not only are thousands and thousands of people flooding in to Eagle Pass, Texas, the Biden DHS, this is news out, I just read this, they let 200,000 illegal immigrants, they didn't let them in the country by a train, like you saw the videos of the trains coming through Mexico. No, that wasn't it. They didn't come up through buses that the cartels own, coming to our border and then running across the border. No. 200,000 flew into our country. They came by plane. They bought a plane ticket from their home country and they flew into 43 cities. And guess what? Here's the kicker. You're not going to believe this. It happened on an app that the Biden administration has. They were able to come in our country illegally by registering on a Biden administration app. That's how they did it. This is how damn bad it is. We have people coming in, planes, trains, automobiles, and boats, illegally invading America. And we have members of Congress that are so dead set on a war in Ukraine, which doesn't even border our country, which is across the Atlantic Ocean, is over in Europe, that they refuse to take $300 million out of our defense bill. No. We can't address the border situation. So yesterday we have Zelensky in the Capitol, standing in the Capitol in Washington, D.C., and they had to bring that bill to the floor with $300 million in it. And they wanted me to vote for it. Hell no. And I'm glad I'm back home because I don't really want to talk to anybody right now. This is pathetic. This is the most America last pathetic thing I've ever seen. And I'm furious about it. I'm so mad about it. I'm standing here going live on Twitter telling the world. I hope everyone knows how sick and damn tired I am of it. I have helped. I have donated. I have fought for the Republican agenda. I have stood by everyone. But when it comes to this, I've told them all year long, I'm not voting for your stupid war with Russia. There should be a peace treaty in that country right now. I'm not voting to murder more people in one of the most corrupt countries on earth. Put America first. Our country is being invaded. We can't even impeach Mayorkas. Can you believe that? We can't even impeach Mayorkas. We should be impeaching Mayorkas. We should be impeaching Biden over the border. Can't even do that. But we have members of Congress, Republicans, with very red districts, that are so dead set on they got to send money to Ukraine, they don't want it taken out of the defense bill. That's where it sits. Everybody's going to be mad at me for saying all of this out loud to the public, but I really do not care. Let me explain why. I got elected from this district, the one I'm standing in right now in Georgia, Georgia's 14th district. And when I walk out of my house and I go anywhere I go in my district, you know what they say to me? Thank you, Marjorie. Thank you. You know what else happens elsewhere in the country? They say, thank you, Marjorie. Americans are sick and tired of the America last Washington, D.C. federal government machine that serves the rest of the world and tells Americans to go F themselves. And then they tell Americans to pay for it. Enough of this garbage. It needs to end right now. Here, I'll give you another little story. Yesterday, when I was getting on the airplane in Washington, getting on my flight, and I sat down in my seat, another member of Congress came up to me and was mad at me for voting no against the rule on the defense bill. So I very loudly told him in front of everyone on the plane, if you want to vote for it, put it in a separate bill. You vote for the money to Ukraine. I'm not voting for it. Absolutely not voting for it. I don't care what it's in. I'm not voting for it. Not voting for it. And when he went by, guess what? Everyone around me said, thank you, I support you, thank you. And then a couple of people got up and took pictures with me. So for those of you in Washington that are so thick-headed and so America last that you think that we have to give in and vote for crap in these big bills, because the September 30th deadline is coming, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't give a damn. We should have been in Washington getting our work done weeks ago. We should be in Washington right now getting our work done. And you want to know something else? You should respect members of Congress like me, because we're working for the American people. And when we say we are not voting for money to Ukraine, and we don't care if Zelensky's standing in the Capitol in his stupid green jumpsuit and he can't wear a suit and tie as he comes and begs for money from us, then you don't respect the American people. I have absolutely had enough. Absolutely had enough. I shouldn't have to do this video. I shouldn't have had to vote no yesterday. I told all of you the entire week. I told you in conference. I told the press. I told you to your face in meetings. I posted it on social media. I told you nonstop, I'm not voting for this. Secondly, we have a weaponized government. A weaponized government. The Department of Justice is using its power to politically persecute its political enemies. And I'm not voting for that either. I am not voting for that. So if you want my yes vote, I've told you the entire time, not voting for the weaponized government. I am not voting for COVID garbage of any kind, masks, vaccines, new vaccines, any of it. And I am not voting for a war in Ukraine in any bill of any kind. I don't care how great the bill is. I am not voting for it. If you people want to fund the war in Ukraine, do it on your own. Don't ask me to help out.